Very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Arkadelphia, Arkansas, on the campus of Henderson State University. It's Great American Conference baseball action as the Reddies take on Oklahoma Baptist. Hello, everyone. I'm Troy Mitchell, bringing all the play-by-play coverage of today's game between the Bison and the Reddies, two teams that are tied for fourth in the conference. And don't let the record of the Bisons fool you. A record of 27-14, 17-10 overall. This team is good. The top pitching staff in the conference, the top hitting team in the conference. This team has gone to the NAIA National Championships the past 2 years, and they've gone 5 times overall. And this is a very good club. However, they just made the move to the NCAA level, so they're not eligible for postseason play, but they're still good. Coached by Bobby Cox, who's been there since 1985. This team has won 30 more games, 27 seasons since Bobby Cox arrived, 40 or more wins 15 times, and 50 or more wins 4 times. A pretty impressive resume for Bobby Cox, a Hall of Famer himself, inducted into the NAIA Hall of Fame in 2011. Got a great club. Last year they finished 53-8 and advanced to the NAIA World Series. So the Reddies will have their hands full in this 3-game set against Oklahoma Baptist. And on the mound will be Luke Tebbets facing a really tough lineup for the Bison. Leading off will be their shortstop, Dustin Cook. Batting second, Hunter Heath. He's in right field. Batting third, the first baseman, Brandon Cuddy. Batting fourth, the center fielder, Ryan Joyce. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Felipe Gonzalez. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Joseph Moran. Batting seventh will be Kevin Almeida. Batting eighth, the catcher, Cody Ziegler. And batting ninth, Trevor Ezell. And they'll take on Luke Tebbets, a 3-2 record, a 3.13 ERA, 53 strikeouts and 32 walks in 74 innings of work. Opponents are hitting .226 off the right-hander from Winsboro, Texas. And the first offering from Tebbets is in for a called strike. Our men in blue today. Behind the plate is Roger Adair, Marcus Kersey on the bases. 0-1 count as we start here. Beautiful evening for baseball here at Clyde-Berry Field. The next pitch on the outside corner for a strike to 0-2 count as Tebbets ahead of Cook here. Cook, a major exercise physiology major, was transferred from Oxnard College, and he takes the 0-2 outside for ball one. His sophomore year, he was the first team WSC North Conference, an all-SoCal team, and a second-team all-conference performer his freshman year. Here's the 1-2 from Tebbets. Outside, and it's 2-2, trying to paint the corner. First of a 3-game set with the Bison, a doubleheader set for tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at Clyde-Berry Field. As a matter of fact, the Reddies' final 2 conference series are here at Clyde-Berry Field. Here's the 2-2. There's a ground ball right back up the middle, and that'll get through for a base hit by the diving second base or shortstop, A.J. Cruzel. So quickly, the Bison are on the board with a single here in the first inning, and that'll bring up Hunter Heath, a .322 hitter. 40 RBIs on the season, has some power, 13 doubles and 7 home runs. As Cook will get his lead, he's stolen 3 bases so far. And a pitch in for a strike. Next pitch, shot to right field, but foul. And 0-2 count on Heath. Heath, left-handed hitter, playing right field. Transfer from Seminole State College. Like you said, 13 doubles on the season, a .550 slugging percentage. Here's the pitch. Popped him up the left field. Luke McGuire's going to have to come a long way, and it's going to drop for a Chinese base hit. The old Texas leaguer, they say, has a little looping single to left field, and the Bison have something going here in the first inning with runners on first and second and nobody out, and that'll bring up Brandon Cuddy, the senior, hitting .385, the top hitter in the Great American Conference. Cuddy is a transfer from the University of Oregon, a New Balance All-American in high school, an all-conference player his sophomore year. He was recruited by Louisiana Lafayette, Kansas State, Texas A&M, Missouri, Oral Roberts, and Central Arkansas. So a big hitter. He has 19 doubles and 10 home runs and 49 RBIs, which leads this club. And Tebbets will have to be careful with him, and he'll get the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. So Heath at first, Cook at second. There's the 0-1. And he gets away from the catcher, a wild pitch, and both runners will advance. So not the best of starts for Luke Tebbets. Tebbets will now really have to work out of a jam. He'll now go from the windup as he looks for a sign, the 1-1. Breaking ball upstairs, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. So Oklahoma Baptist threatening here in the top half of the first inning with back-to-back singles and advancing on a wild pitch. 2-1 count on 2-1 count on Cuddy. Tebbets again from the windup. Here's the pitch. And again, another wild pitch. So back-to-back wild pitches, and Oklahoma Baptist is on the board. 3-1 count to Cuddy, and not the best of starts for Tebbets. I want to keep the damage minimal, as we said, because Oklahoma Baptist, a top pitching team in this conference. All 3 of their pitchers, solid ERAs, and they have a bunch of strikeouts. Here's the 3-1. Way outside, and he walked him. So Tebbets has yet to retire a batter here. And Oklahoma Baptist has already scored a run. That will bring up Joyce to the plate. Ryan Joyce, a .293 hitter. He has a team best 11 home runs. Now Tebbets will look for a sign and have to work on the inside corner. And I think I confused Gage a moment. Put the pitch in for a called strike. So runners on the corners and nobody out. And not what you wanted, a tough first inning. Oklahoma Baptist trying to set the stage early. Here's the pitch. And a nice bunt, great bunt down the third base line. Nobody's going to get it, and it'll be a base hit and an RBI. Jordan was playing deep. Jordan Taylor is playing deep, and they laid down a perfect bunt. You can tell the fundamental skills of this Oklahoma Baptist team. Already 2 runs on the board and 3 hits, and runners on first and second and nobody out. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitter and designated hitter Felipe Gonzalez, a senior. hitting .326, 8 doubles and 6 home runs, 27 RBIs, and here's the first pitch. And he lays down a bunt, and Tebbets will barehand it and go to first, and the runners will advance to second and third. So they got the bunt down, and runners advance. So one away now. With runners on second and third. And 2-0 already, Oklahoma Baptist. Here's the pitch from Tebbets. Swung and a miss. As Joseph Moran comes up to the plate from Simi Valley, California. To Los Angeles Pierce College. A lot of transfers on this team for Oklahoma Baptist. Here's the pitch. Low again, and it's 1-1. Moran was a first-team all-conference player his freshman year. Was also recruited by UC San Diego. Now the 1-1. Just a bit outside, and it's 2-1. So 2-1 count to the left fielder, Moran. Here's the pitch. Again low, and it's 3-1. Tebbets is having problems with that breaking ball and in control of it. So 3-1 count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. On a count now 3-2. Be a big out here if he can get it. 3-2 pitch coming to Moran. 2-0 already. Oklahoma Baptist on top here in the top half of the first inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him looking. So that's a big pitch there. And now, with 2 away, I'll bring up Kevin Olmeda, the second baseman. Olmeda hitting .225 on the season. He'll hit from the left side. He is a switch hitter. Olmeda from Claremont, Florida. Transferred from Alabama State University. He takes the first pitch, fouls it back. He was also recruited by Bethune-Cookman, St. Thomas, Nova Southeastern. Say a transfer from Alabama State. Here's the 0-1. Almost gets away from Tebbets, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 count to Olmeda. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That time Tebbets overpowered him. Just through the high heat, and Olmeda went fishing. Tebbets looks for a sign again from the windup, the 1-2. Outside and high, and it's 2-2. So big pitch coming here. 2-2 count. Wanting to get out of this jam, and here's the 2-2. And it hit him. Now the bases are loaded. Full of Bison. And now Cody Hooten will come to the mound to talk to his hurler, Tebbets. The Reddies sitting at 4th in the Great American Conference. after two series sweeps. Series sweeps over Northwestern Oklahoma and a Southern Nazarene. And we go through the conference standings. Arkansas Monticello winners today. They beat Southeastern Oklahoma by a score of 7-3, and they're now 18-7. Southeastern Oklahoma now 19-9. Southwestern Oklahoma State, they're at 17-7. They're taking on Harding today. In third place is Southeastern Oklahoma, and then fifth is Southern Arkansas, 15-12 on the season, and they have take on East Central, and their series has been backed up to Saturday, Sunday. Here's the first pitch to Ziegler, swing and a miss. Ziegler, a .225 hitter, a sophomore. I tell you, every one of these players, big players for the Bison. You can see why they have a traditionally great team, and this is going to be a base hit down the left field line. It's going to go for extra bases. This will probably score 3 runs. Here comes the play at the plate, the relay, and not going to get him. Runner will go down to third, and they won't get him at third. He'll go to third on the throw. So a base-clearing double, and he'll advance on the throw. And the Bison's already on top of this one by a score of 5-0. So Ziegler clears the bases with the double down the line, and now the Reddies in big trouble. And now Tebbets shakes off the sign, and we're back to the top of the lineup. They're actually number 9 hole hitter. Ezel, the hitter. Ezel, a senior from Elgin, Oklahoma, transferred from Central Missouri, and he's down in the count 0-2. Well, a lot of baseball to play. The Reddies going to have to chip away and try to hold the Bison down the rest of the way. It's 1-2 count on Ezel. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Bison. But a lot of damage done here in the first inning. 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They leave a runner stranded. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Oklahoma Baptist 5. The Reddies coming to bat. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Well, we move to the bottom half of the first inning, and a lot of baseball has been played, but the Reddies are going to have to swing the bats tonight as they trail 5-0 to this very talented Oklahoma Baptist team, which scored 5 runs in the top half of the first inning. And the Reddies will go with their usual lineup with Hunter Mayall leading off. Batting second will be Jordan Taylor, A.J. Cruzel third, Tadarius Hawkins fourth, Hayden Lessenberry fifth, Jake Gall sixth, Jared Gage seventh. Eighth will be Luke McGuire and Joseph Gary in the 9-hole, and they'll face Jimmy Parra, a great pitcher, 8-3, leads the conference and wins, a 2.59 ERA. Opponents only hitting 198 off of him. And here's a shot to center field. Going back deep is Ryan Joyce, and he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. The defensive set for the Bison, Hunter Heath in right, Ryan Joyce in center, and Joseph Moran in left. Cuddy at first, Almeida at second, Cook at short, Ezell at third, and Ziegler the catcher. And Jordan Taylor will step to the plate, hitting .336 for the Reddies. And the first pitch to Taylor is low for ball one. So Harding winners today. They beat Southwest Oklahoma. Next pitch in for a strike. So that puts Arkansas Monticello in first place by themselves now at 18-7. They won today by a score of 7-3 over Southeastern. Next pitch outside for ball two, 2-1. Looks like Southern Arkansas and ECU are playing tomorrow, along with OBU and Southern Naz. Pitch in for a called strike, and it's 2-2 count. The other series is Arkansas Tech and Northwestern Oklahoma. And both those teams are fighting for their conference tournament lives. Here's the pitch. Goes out of play, and the count now 2-2 still. Try to get you updated scores throughout today's contest. Here's the pitch. A fly ball, and that's going to just get to the second baseman, Almeida, and that'll be an out, the second out of the inning. So 2 away. And now A.J. Cruzel steps to the plate, hitting .312 on the season. And the Reddies a lot of work to do. They trail 5-0, and Cruzel fouls this one back. Arkansas Tech and Northwestern Oklahoma, they'll start their game tonight at 7 o'clock. Northwestern Oklahoma's 10-17, and Arkansas Tech's 9-18, and they're both sitting at 8-9 in the conference. So that's a big series up in Alva, and a pitch outside for ball one to Cruzel. 2 more weeks, this weekend and next weekend, for conference tournament play, or conference regular season play. Then tournament play begins the following weekend. Here's the 1-1. Here's a shot to right field, but foul. The top 4 teams will host that first weekend, May 5th, 6th, a best-of-3 series. One will play 8, 2, 7, 3, 6, and 4 versus 5. The top 4 teams will host, and the 4 winners will come right here, May 12th through the 14th, to play a double elimination tournament, the GAC Finals, here at Clyde-Berry Field, as the next pitch is outside, and it's 2-2. A.J. Cruzel, the hitter for the Reddies, as they trail 5-0, facing the top pitcher in the Great American Conference. The pitch. Called strike 3. And Cruzel didn't like it. He thought it was low, but it's the 3rd strike, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We move to the 2nd. Oklahoma Baptist 5. Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout, come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. moved to the second inning where the Reddies trail 5-0 from Shawnee, the softball team in action. The Reddies won the first game 5-3, and in game 2 they're on top 8-0 in the top of the fourth inning. So Reddies on their way to a possible doubleheader sweep over Oklahoma Baptist as the first pitch is outside for ball 1 to Cook. Cook led off things with a single back in the first inning, and he hits one to the right field this time. Going back on it is Gary, and he'll make the catch. Or correction, Gall makes the catch. And that'll bring up Hunter Heath. Heath also singled back in the first inning. Hitting .327 now. Also, first pitch to Tevis outside for ball 1. Congratulations to the Ready men's golf team. They're going to advance to their 4th straight NCAA regional as they received an at-large bid. They're number 7 in the region. As the next pitch is in for a strike, they'll be going to Allendale, Michigan, May 2nd through the 4th. They're playing their 4th straight regional. But prior to that, they had the conference championships beginning Saturday or Sunday in Hot Springs at Hot Springs Country Club. Here's a pitch, fouled out of play. The women should know their fate here tomorrow. Most likely they will get an at-large too because they are number 6 in the region. So they'll get an at-large and they'll go to their 4th straight. But the Great American Conference Championships begin Sunday at Hot Springs Country Club. 18 holes on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The 1-2 pitch from Tebbets, high for ball 2. The Ready men trying to clinch their 3rd straight GAC championship. And they got some very talented players that can do so. And they should, barring any slip-up, should be able to do that. 3-2 count. Now, some very talented teams in the conference. 4 teams are going to the regionals already, so it'll be contenders will be Southwestern Oklahoma, Southeastern Oklahoma, Arkansas Tech. Don't count Southern Naz out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Joseph Gary gets over and he covers it, and he almost throws it away, but a good job by Hunter Mayall. And they have a little collision, but it was an accidental collision. Nobody hurt. And they shook each other's hand, and everything's okay, and there's 2 away. Brings up Cuddy, who walked his first time up. The big hitter for Oklahoma Baptist. Newest members of the Great American Conference. They're the 12th team to join. Here's the first pitch. Foul back for strike 1. Like I say, they're ineligible for postseason play for the next 3 years. They're on their provisionary status. But all these games count in all their sports as part of on the conference records. There's the 0-1. In for a strike. Beautiful campus up in Shawnee. We were there during football season. Just about 30 miles from Oklahoma City. Glad to have them as part of members of the Great American Conference. Here's the 0-2. Just outside, and it's 1-2. Nice conference, Great American Conference. 6 teams from Oklahoma, 6 from Arkansas. Much better than making those long trips to Valdosta, Georgia that the Reddies used to take, or Pensacola, Florida, as the pitch is swung on and missed, struck him out on the high heat. A 1-2-3 inning, and that'll do it for the Bison. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout, come back with more Reddy Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Bottom half of the second inning, Reddies have Hawkins, Lessenberry, and Gaw up to the plate. The center fielder, Tadarius Hawkins, hitting .385 on the season. Leads the conference in stolen bases, 26 stolen bases in 29 attempts. Only 8 doubles, 2 triples, a pair of home runs. Left-handed hitter. He's facing Parra. And Parra is a stout ball player. He's got a little bit of velocity, and the pitch is high for ball 1. A sport management major is Parra. Honorable mention NAIA All-American his sophomore year. And he swings and misses this Hawkins 1-on-1. First team All-Sooner Athletic Conference. He's also on the Honor Roll and Academic Award. So Parra, a base hit to the left side of the field, and Reddies have their first hit of the day as it gets past the shortstop Dustin Cook and dribbles out into left field for Henderson's first hit of the game. And that'll bring up Hayden Lessenberry, the Ready designated hitter who had a big week last weekend. Lessenberry, a few home runs, and has been hitting during the 8-game Henderson State winning streak, hitting .429. Gone 12 for 28 during that. The pair of doubles and 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, and he gets under this one, and that's going to stay just shallow outfield, and left fielder comes all the way behind the shortstop to make the play. That's Moran, and he'll make the play for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Jake Gall. Gall hitting .306 for the Reddies. Again, a doubleheader tomorrow beginning at 1 o'clock. Then the Reddies go on the road for a non-conference game on Tuesday at Southern Arkansas before finishing the regular season next weekend at home with Ouachita Baptist. So the Reddies playing the OBUs back-to-back. Oklahoma Baptist this week and Ouachita Baptist next week. And next week's senior weekend. The Friday game at 6 o'clock, and the Saturday doubleheader will start at 3 p.m. on Saturday. There goes Hawkins, the throw down the second, and they're going to get him. No, they don't. He gets past it. Nice. He gets under the tag. The pitch was a strike, and Hawkins somehow got under the tag, and he picks up stolen base number 27. So 2 strikes now on Gall. Or 1 strike, 0-1 count. A pitch upstairs, and it's 1-1. So Reddy's a chance to get a run if Gall could get a base hit to right field. Hawk could score and get on the board. Just get a run here and there and see what happens. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. The Reddies did it last year. They trailed 7-0 in the NCAA Regional Championship game to St. Cloud State after the first couple innings, and just slowly came back and kept getting runs and finally won it in 10 innings. So you never know. You can't give up. Keep swinging away and see if you can get a run here and there and try to catch up. A 1-2 count to Gall. He swings and fouls it back, and the count now remains 1-2. Nice little contingent on hand here at Clydeberry Field, the newly renovated Clydeberry Field. Folks watching for the first time, this is the first year of synthetic surfaces at Henderson State. New wall, new fence, new grandstands. It's become one of the premier places, and first year for lights. As the 1-2 pitch comes, and there's a base hit to left field. Hawks not going to be able to score because it's too shallow, but the Reddies will have runners on the corners with 1 away after the shallow base hit by Gall, and that'll bring up Jared Gage. The Reddies have been playing at Clydeberry Field for over 30 years, and prior to this year, it was all grass, old chain link fence, not the greatest of stands, and great work by our president, Glenn Jones, our athletic director, Sean Jones and her vice president, Bobby Jones, the Jones, Jones, and Jones law firm, came together and really made it work. Brand new facilities for baseball and softball over the summer as the first pitch to Gage outside for ball one. Gage hitting 188 on this season, the Reddy catcher hitting from the left side. And with the improvements to Clyde Berry Field, as the pitch was high, but he went after it for strike one. The Reddies were able to obtain the conference tournament for this year. Plus, throughout the summer, there'll be a lot of baseball and softball played at both facilities, from American Legion to youth ball, all kinds of tournaments, Babe Ruth tournaments, ASA softball and USSSA softball tournaments. So a lot of events will be used. These facilities will be utilized throughout the with the community. A 1-1 count now to Gage. Here's the pitch. Popped him up, and it's going to go out of play. Like I said, the softball team in action. Up, and Shawnee, and they lead 8-0, and I think that game may be final. Yes, the Reddies softball team wins 8-0. In 5 innings, they run rule Oklahoma Baptist to win the 2-game set. There's a shot of foul ball to right side, and right fielder Hunter Heath trying to give chase but runs out of room. So congratulations to the Reddies softball team winning the pair today. And now 1-2 count on Gage. With one away and runners on the corners, a chance for the Reddies to get on the board. Gage has got to put something in play. Here's a pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. Now it's up to Luke McGuire, a .339 hitter for the Reddies, to put in the run. So McGuire hit from the left side, ready left fielder. 406 on base percentage, a 500 slugging percentage, but just 250 with runners in scoring position. He pops this one up out of play for strike 1. We said Parra, a solid pitcher, the top pitcher in the Great American Conference right now. McGuire needs a base hit to get us a run. Here's the 0-1. And he pops up on the infield, and the second baseman, Olmedo, will camp under it. So the Reddies leave a runner stranded at third. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We move to the third. Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Reddy Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. We move to the third inning, 5-0. Oklahoma Baptist leads this one. And Joyce, Gonzalez, and Moran is due up for the Bison here as we play. I also want to congratulate a couple tennis players, Henderson State tennis players. Annie Shannon was named the Great American Conference Player of the Year, the first time we've had a Player of the Year in a conference in tennis, women's tennis, since Stephanie Devine did it in 2004 when the Reddies were part of the Gulf South Conference. Pitch outside to Joyce for ball one. Annie Shannon was 16-2 on the year. Had a great season. Next pitch in for a strike. And don't want to forget freshman of the year, Sydney Parker. Now, Shannon's only a sophomore. She was the freshman of the year last year. And Sydney Parker, a freshman, comes in, and she's the freshman of the year this year. As Joyce swings and misses for strike two. Sydney Parker was 13-3 on the season, but undefeated in the conference at number 3 singles. Bodes well for the future of Henderson State tennis. Next pitch outside for ball two, 2-2. The Reddies finished 4th in the conference, and they only had one senior on the club. A young club and some great talented players as Joyce pops this one up out of play, and the count remains 2-2. So congratulations to Annie Shannon and Sydney Parker, and of course the Reddy tennis team coached by Britta Joyner. A 2-2 pitch from Tebbets, and that'll be a nice shot to Jordan Taylor, and he makes the play for the first out. Joyce will hit a laser right to Taylor at third, and that'll bring up Gonzalez, the designated hitter. Tomorrow night, the all-GAC golf teams will be announced. We'll look on the website for that for those at hsusports.com. Or don't forget to follow us on the social media, at Twitter at Reddies Athletics, as the first pitch in for a strike to Gonzalez. Pitch low for ball one. On Wednesday night, the Reddies, Henderson State hosted their annual student awards ceremony, the Reddies. A great evening at Arkansas Hall as the 1-1 pitch is inside. A great event on Wednesday night. Hats off to Frank Keenan and Hunter Lively for all their work. They put on a heck of a show as the pitch is driven to right field and caught in right field. Been a great show for the student athletes. A lot of fun. The MC was our own R.J. Hawk, and it was a fun evening at the Reddies on Wednesday night. 2 away now, and Moran will come up, the left fielder. Struck out looking his last time up, hitting .294 on the season. Pitch is in for a called strike. We invite you to let us know where you're watching from. We ask you to please be careful with your comments. We can ban you from posting on our website. We just want positive comments. Let us know where you're watching us from, regardless if you're a Reddy fan or a Bison fan. Here's the 0-2 pitch, high for ball one. We'll give you a shout out, as always. We try to keep our site clean, so please be careful with your comments. One-two count on Moran. There's the pitch. And yes, he did swing, and that's the third strike. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We move to the bottom of the third inning. The Bison 5, the Reddies 0. We'll take a timeout, come back with more Reddy Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Move to the bottom of the third inning. Your score 5-0. Oklahoma Baptist on top of this one. The Reddies have Gary and then back to the top of the lineup. Shout out to Coach Murphy's family from Oklahoma City watching us. And they are faithful watchers, viewers, I should say, of all of our games when they cannot make it here to Clyde-Berry Field. I'm sure they'll be here for the conference tournament, though. So, hello to Oklahoma City. Joseph Gary hitting 186, the number 9 hole hitter for the Reddies today, and he takes the first pitch in for a called strike. Looked a little low, but man behind the plate called strike. We'll have the same two umpires on Saturday. Here's the 0-1, in for a strike, and it's 0-2. And Gary yet to swing the bat. So 0-2 count. Barr looks in for his sign, and now the pitch. Outside, just a bit outside, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joseph Gary, their Reddies second baseman today. The 1-2 pitch. Again, outside, and it's 2-2. Gary 8 doubles on the season, looking for his first home run. Remember, he sat out last year and was injured the first part of the season. Really hasn't got back to the form that he was a couple years ago. Hopefully he can catch fire here and but he watches the third strike. And there's one away. And that brings up Hunter Mayall. Flew out to center field his first time up. Mayall hitting right at 300 now. And the pitch. Low for ball 1. We said Parr leads the league in wins with 8. Having an 8-3 record. Next pitch outside for a ball. And he now has a league 76 strikeouts this season. So, very command pitcher. As, again, Mayall will fly out to center field for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Jordan Taylor. Taylor now hitting .333. Popped up to second base his first time up. As I want to thank Bree Bozier for taking care of us here in the press box. Henderson State women's Ready basketball player. Always glad to have Bree. She did a great job Wednesday night at the Reddies as well. Pitch outside to Taylor for ball 1. Taylor came in with a 12-game hitting streak and then reached base his last 14 games, so he's hoping to keep that streak alive. And he takes a pitch for a strike, so 1-1. Reddy's going to have to put some runs on the board. And it's going to be tough against this pitching staff. This pitching staff for Oklahoma Baptist is talented. Here's a lift one to left field, is curving foul, and nobody will get to it as it goes out of play. Well, Bison hitting collectively .295 offensively with the team, but .364 ERA. And you look at their starting rotation. Parr has 73 strikeouts, Thompson 87 strikeouts, and McPherson 82 strikeouts. And they all with winning records and great ERAs. And you're wondering, you look and say, how did they lose 14 games this year? A 1-2 count to Taylor. And he hits a deep fly ball to right center field, but Hunter Heath will come over, and instead it's Ryan Joyce that'll call him off, and he'll make the catch. And that'll do it for the Reddies. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We move to the 4th. Your score, Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout, come back with more Ready Baseball. on the Henderson State Sports Network. Top half of the fourth inning. The Bison lead it 5-0. Almeida, Ziegler, and Azil due up for the Bison here in the fourth. Pitch, and there's a shot to right field, but right to Jake Gall, and there's one away. Now Ziegler will step to the plate. Ziegler doubled last time up. A bases clearing double. Drove in 3 runs, and that was the big blow in the inning. First pitch inside for ball 1. Now here's a bouncer, one hopper to Cruz at short across the field, and 1-2 away. And that'll bring up Ezel. First pitch, outside for ball 1. There's the 1-0. Low, and it's 2-0. And it's 3-0. Next pitch. Walked him. Now Cook will step to the plate for Oklahoma Baptist after the walk. 2-out walk. Pitch in for a strike. And chases him back into the bag. Next pitch outside, and it's 1-1. Pitch in for a called strike. The 1-2. There goes the runner, and it doesn't matter because it's strike 3. So, in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner stranded. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oklahoma Baptist leads at 5-0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Beautiful evening here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas, as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Reddies need to get some runs as they've been held scoreless the previous 3 innings, and they trail 5-0 after Oklahoma Baptist scored 5 in the opening frame. And that brings up A.J. Cruzel to start things off here in the 4th inning. Reddies need to get some runs here. First pitch to Cruzel's outside for ball 1. Father Joe Cruzel, of course, the coach of the Peoria Chiefs, minor league organization of the Cardinals. Here's the pitch, and there's a weak ground ball to the second baseman. He picks it up, throws it to first, and 1 away. Brings up Hawkins, who had the first hit of the game for the Reddies and was stranded at third base back in the 2nd inning. Hawkins hitting .289 on the season. Has 27 stolen bases now. And the first pitch to Hawk is another ground ball to the second baseman, Almeida. And he's easily making those plays at second. Like I say, a veteran ball club out on that field for Oklahoma Baptist. Now Hayden Lessenberry steps up. Flew out to left field his first time up. Shallow left field. And the pitch in for a strike. The man in blue likes the pitches down. He likes to call the low strikes. Pitcher's umpire today. Here's the 0-1. Side for ball 1, 1-1. 1 o'clock tomorrow. A doubleheader, a 9 and a 7. Here's the 1-1. Held up, did not go. It's 2-1. So 2-1 count now. Lessenberry with 2 away here in the 4th. A 2-1. Foul ball out of play, and it's 2-2. So Lessenberry looking for his first hit of the game. Reddies with 2 hits today. Parr looking in for his sign, and here comes the 2-2 pitch from the right-hander. Breaking ball, and he popped him up on the right side, coming a long way as Heath and he'll make the play for the third out of the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We move to the fifth. Your score, Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Move to the fifth inning. Oklahoma Baptist leads it 5-0. We talk about this Oklahoma Baptist team, a veteran ball club. They only got 22 men listed on their roster. 15 of them are transfers. Seven or eight seniors on this club. A lot of juniors, only 4 freshmen, and 1 sophomore, and that's Ziegler, the catcher. There's the pitch from Tebbets to Heath, in for a strike. Heath, 1 for 2, a single, and grounded out the second. There's the next pitch outside, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 count to Heath. There's the pitch. Fouled out of play, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, congratulations to the Reddies softball team. Swept a doubleheader today, went in 5-3 and 8-0 over Oklahoma Baptist. Trying to improve their positioning for the conference tournament next weekend. Play a doubleheader tomorrow to finish out the regular season. Here's the 1-2 to Heath. Breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. So trying to, like I say, improve their positioning for the conference tournament next weekend, which is in Bentonville. It actually begins on Thursday. Reddies would have to win the tournament to make it to a regional this year, as their record's not good enough to get them in that large this year. Have to win the tournament. Pitch outside for ball 1, but a very talented group. A lot of great teams in our region, in our conference. You got Arkansas Tech, winners of the Great American Conference. Here's the 1-0 low, 2-0. And they're number 1 in the region. You got Southern Arkansas, who's second place in the conference, and they're 3 in the region. You got Southeastern Oklahoma right there. East Central Oklahoma. And a very tough conference this year. A lot of power, especially from Arkansas Tech and Southern Arkansas. Of course, Ashlyn White, a lot of power for Henderson, but nobody wants to pitch to her. She leads the nation in walks. She picked up a couple today. She did 55 walks in 54 games this year. Nobody wants to pitch to her. Here's a grounder. Taylor's going to have to hurry. The play at first. Got him. So Jordan Taylor with the play at first, and there's 2 away. Just got Cuddy by a step, and that'll bring up Joyce. Joyce singled and hit a line shot to Jordan Taylor at third, his last time up. There's the pitch from Tebbets. Low for ball 1. Tebbets kind of settled down. And the next one will pop up, foul to the right side. It looks like it's going to go out of play, and it does. The 2 games, the last 2 weekends, he has not picked up a win, but pitched well enough. And Reddies scored late, relief pitching. So he remained 3-2 as relievers picked up the win for Tebbets the last 2 weeks. Tonight he gives up 5 in the first inning, and here's a hard grounded to Cruz, a one-hopper. He'll field it, go across the field for the final out. 6-3 in your books. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Your score: Oklahoma Baptist leads up by a score of 5-0. We'll take a timeout, come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Bottom of the 5th inning, the Reddies have got to get to work offensively. Jake Gall, Jared Gage, and Luke McGuire due up. The Reddies have been retired in order since Gall had his hit in the 2nd inning. So the Reddies need to get something going here. Last 8 batters have been retired in a row by Parra. Pitch high for ball 1. Gall hitting .315 on the season, the ready right fielder. The Reddies got some good news earlier this week. Pitch in for a call strike. Signed a couple of big guys to come in for next year. Coach Hooten and crew have been out on the recruiting trail. Here's the 1-1. Picked up an outfielder to replace Tadarius Hawkins. Tadarius has been a mainstay out in that center field for the last 4 years. And sorry to see him go. But the new guy to be coming in next year will take his place. 1-2 count on Gall. Here's the pitch. Foul back, and it remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Parra with 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Swung on a check swing foul. Tell you, Oklahoma Baptist, their pitching staff is so good, they only have 8 on their staff. Only 8 pitchers on their pitching staff. And they have struck out 371 batters in 329 innings as a team. That's pretty stout. Opponents only hitting .225 against them. And another foul ball, and the count remains 1-2. Five of the 8 pitchers have below a 4.0 ERA. Only one has above a 5.19 ERA. And you talk about pitching. That's what this team can do. There's a 1-2. Shot to center field. Going back is Joyce, but he'll make the catch. Easy play, and that's 1 away. That brings up Jared Gage, a strikeout victim, back in the 2nd inning. And the Ready Bats have gone silent today. Gage hitting 186 for the Reddies. The Henderson catcher. Pitch breaking ball in for a strike. So 0-1 count. There's the pitch. Deep fly ball to right center field. Going back is Hunter Heath going back. And then now Joyce is there and against the wall, and it's caught. Ryan Joyce slams against the wall and makes the catch. 2 away. So, 2 away, and Luke McGuire comes to the plate. Flew out to second his first time up. And 10 straight batters have been retired. Another pitch in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Parra keeping the Reddies in check. There's the 1-1. A slow grounder to the third baseman. That's Ezell. He'll throw it and got a tag by the first baseman, Cuddy, and that'll do it for the Reddies. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the 6th. Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. Take a timeout, come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Move to the 6th inning. Oklahoma Baptist in control of this one, leading it 5-0. Gonzalez, Moran, and Almeida do up for the Bison here as we play in the 6th inning. 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist. 0-2-0 for the Reddies. Felipe Gonzalez steps to the plate, 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Flew out to right field his first time up. Hitting .324. Oklahoma Baptist came in hitting 45 home runs on the season. Pitch inside for ball 1. Just over 1 per game. There's the 1-0. Chopper foul, and it's 1-1. So 1-1 count now. Tebbett's offering. Again, fouled back, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the only home events left on campus for the rest of this year, baseball. Everybody else is pretty much done for home events. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to center field. Hawk's going to chase it down for the first out. Tennis team is complete. The golf teams are up in Hot Springs for their golf championships, and then they'll go to regionals. The softball team finishing their regular season at Oklahoma Baptist this weekend and then go to Bentonville on Thursday to Start the conference tournament up there. So Moran comes up 0 for 2, struck out both times. The 1-0 away outside, and it's 2-0. Action in the Ready bullpen. Chris Pretty warming up. Here's the 2-0. Deep fly ball to left center field. Hawk goes back, and he'll catch it in front of the track for the second out. So Chris Pretty warming up in the Ready bullpen. Imagine we will see him tonight. Kevin Almeida will step in. He was hit by a pitch and lined out to right field. 2 away. Next pitch away, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count to Tebbets, or from Tebbets to Almeida. Pitch in for a strike. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch foul back, and it's 2-2. So 2-2 count. Almeida will step in now. Tebbets has his sign, and now the 2-2 offering way outside, and it's 3-2. Pitch, swing and a miss. Got him swinging. 7th strikeout recorded by Tebbets tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score: Oklahoma Baptist 5, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Bottom of the 6th inning, Reddies trail 5-0, and Jenny Parra just cruising through the Ready lineup. Henderson State got a hit in the 2nd inning. That was Jake Gall, and since then, he has retired 11 straight batters. Joseph Gary steps up for the 2nd time, a strikeout victim, back into 3rd. He's got 2 hits in the 2nd inning, and that's been all she wrote. Here's a liner, and it will be just foul. Nice effort by the first baseman, Brandon Cuddy. That's a strike nonetheless. Too many goose eggs on the boards for the Reddies. They need a crooked number. I don't think Parr has probably given up a big inning yet this year. by looking at his numbers. So 0-1 to Gary and a little soft liner to the second baseman. And there's one away. Now bring up Hunter Mayall. He's flown out to center field both times up today. Here's the pitch. In for a strike. Pitch low. And it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch to Mayall low, and it's 2-1. Of the 16 outs so far, 10 of them have been pop-ups for the Reddies. Been hitting the ball in the air a lot tonight. Next now is a chopper to the first baseman, Cuddy. He'll lob it over to Parra, and there's one away. Or two away. And that'll bring up Jordan Taylor. He's popped up twice, once to second and once to center. And the Reddies just struggling offensively with this pitcher. Taylor hitting .331 now. There's the pitch. In for a strike. So 0-1 count to Jordan Taylor. Pitch. In for a strike. 0-2. Just keeps on pitching. Takes a deep breath. Gets his sign. Steps in and fires the 0-2. Tried to. Brought a lot of heat on that one. Pitch foul out of play. Parra from the Dominican Republic. Here's the 0-2. Outside, and it's 1-2. So 1-2 count to Jordan Taylor. Here's the pitch. High and away, and it's 2-2. Taylor should reach. A.J. Cruzel would step to the plate. Here's the 2-2. Got him on the handle, and it's a pop-up to the shortstop, Cook, and that'll do it for the Reddies. Another pop-up. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We move to the seventh. Your score. Oklahoma Baptist leads at 5-0. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning, due up Ziegler, Azale, and back to Cook for Oklahoma Baptist. Ziegler, the catcher, with the big 3-run double in the first inning, which has been the big run producer in this one. And ever since, it's been quiet for both teams. Ziegler hitting .230. He fouls this one back for strike one. Next pitch, foul back, and it's 0-2. So, got a feeling this will be Tebbets' last inning, if he can get through it. There's the 0-2. A little slow ground ball to Cruz. Will have to hurry across the infield, and he'll make the tag. Does Mayall. So, one away. And that'll bring up Ezel, the third baseman, hitting .288. Struck out and walked tonight. And Tebbets offering. Tries to lay down a bunt, and it goes foul for strike one. There's the 0-1. Outside, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. With a 1 away here in the 7th inning. Tebbets is ready to fire, and he does. And popped him up, foul, and out of play, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, the Reddies could have gained some ground on some teams, but unless they do something in the last 3 innings, they're going to remain where they're at. Here's the 1-2. High and tight, and it's 2-2. So 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, and it's 3-2. And he walked him. And that'll bring up Cook, the shortstop. Leadoff batter for the Bison, 1 for 3. A single, a flew out to right, and a strikeout. And the first pitch is fouled back for strike one. Third walk issued by Tebbets tonight. One away as we play here in the 7th inning. Pitch, a chopper, and that'll go to the right side for a base hit. So a walk and a single here with one away, and that'll bring up Hunter Heath. He's 1 for 3 today. And now Gage will go out and talk to Tebbets to give Pretty some more time to loosen up in the Ready bullpen. And plate umpire will go break it up. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist, 0-2 and 0 for the Reddies. And the meeting is broken up on the mound. And Heath will now step in. with runners on first and second and one away. And Tebbets needs to get out of this. He can't let any more runs score. It's already a tall mountain to climb for the Reddies. And the first pitch is in for a strike. So 0-1 count. Tebbets from the stretch. And the pitch. Outside, and it's 1-1. Just doesn't look like Tebbets is as comfortable from pitching from the stretch as he is from the windup. And he seems to get a couple guys on, and he struggles. When nobody's on base, he just keeps on rolling. So you can definitely tell he's more comfortable from pitching from the windup. Here's the 1-1. And there's a hot shot down the right field line. That'll go for extra bases, and it'll score at least one run, and probably two. With a relay throw, and then will be no throw. It'll be a runner will stay at third. Runners on second and third after the double by Heath down the right field line. And another run scored by Oklahoma Baptist. And that's what happens when you walk guys. And it's now 6-0. Brandon Cuddy will step in, the big hitter for Oklahoma Baptist. Cuddy's 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout, and that'll probably be it for Luke Tebbets as Coach Cody Hooten will step to the mound. And I'm sure it won't take long for him to make the move. And as the Reddies already trail 6-0. And it's just Oklahoma Baptist scored 5 runs in the first inning, and then Tebbets cruised through the next 5, but got no offensive support from the Reddies. And now is in trouble here after giving up 1 run with 1 away, and he still has runners on second and third. 1 run already played. It is 6-0. And the big hitter for Oklahoma Baptist at the plate. And it's a lengthy discussion on the mound. And looks like he's going to keep Tebbets in there. So he's going to keep Tebbets in there, at least for one more batter. So a walk, a single, and a double after getting Ziegler to ground out. You cannot walk the number 9 hole hitter. He's done that twice tonight. First pitch from Tebbets. Upstairs and outside for ball 1. So Tebbets struggling. Like we said, he's back to the windup. There's the 1-0. Wild pitch into the dirt, but stopped by Gage, and it's 2-0. And could this be an intentional, unintentional walk? Where he doesn't give him anything to swing at. Let's see if he does chase. Because the base open at first. And on the outside corner for strike 1, it's 2-1. Two-one count to Cuddy. Tebbets looks for a sign. Now he'll kick and fire. Low in the turf, and it's 3-1. It looks like Pretty's ready to go after this pitch. And I'm sure this is the last batter for Tebbets. It's 3-1 count. This is the hitter's pitch, and you do not want to put it right down the heart of the plate, or it will sail out of here in a hurry. comes the 3-1 pitch. He popped him up foul, and it's now full. So full count to Cuddy. Pitch called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Adding looking. 8th strikeout by Tebbets tonight. And that'll bring up Joyce. And that'll do it for Tebbets as Coach Hooten will make the stroll to the mound. And Chris Pretty will come in to relieve Tebbets. We'll take a timeout and come back with more Ready Baseball. Your score in the top of the 7th, Oklahoma Baptist 6. Henderson State 0. Take a timeout, come back with more Ready Baseball on Henderson State Sports Network. Chris Pretty into the lineup for the Reddies. He'll face Ryan Joyce. Pretty 4-0 on the season, 42 innings of work, 33 strikeouts, 14 walks. Has a 2.76 ERA on the season. And he's got runners on second and third. And here's a ground ball to Taylor. He'll up with it and over to first. And it'll be a base hit. A run will score on the infield single. And it's now 7-0. Taylor went down to his knees and could not get up quick enough to throw it or to make a quick throw. And Joyce just did beat it out, and that'll bring up Gonzalez. 7-0 now. There's the pitch. Outside for ball one. There's the 1-0. Pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Gonzalez at the plate. Here's the pitch outside, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball right to Cruzel at second, but nobody there to cover the base. And it's going to be a base hit. Another infield single. Krusel made a diving play, but Gary was too slow to get over to cover the base at second. Didn't move on the play, and there was no play to be made, so bases are loaded with 2 away for Joseph Moran. The 8th hit of the game for Oklahoma Baptist. Moran 0 for 3. And the pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Outside, and it's 2-0. Count. Base is loaded, nowhere to put him. The pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two, 1 count. Low, and it's 3-1. So 3-1 count to Moran. Here's a 3-1 from Pretty. And that'll be a base hit to center field. 1 run will score. Will they send another one? Yes, they will. 2 runs will score. 2-run single to center field, and it's 9-0. With 2 away. And Oklahoma Baptist is cruising now. Almeida steps to the plate. 3 straight hits after the strikeout on Cuddy. The 9th batter comes to the plate. And it all started with a walk. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 1. Count. Here's the pitch and the dirt, and it's 2-0. More action in the Ready bullpen. Anderson's got to get out of this inning. They score another run and then don't score in the 7th, it's over. Base hit will score a run. 2-0 count to Almeida. Popped him up, foul, out of play, and it's 2-1. Runners on first and second, 2 away. As Oklahoma Baptist leads it 9-0. And the pitch outside, and then it's ball 3. 3-1. 3-1 count. Here comes a 3-1 pitch from Pretty. And it hits off the ball 4. Bases are loaded again for Ziegler. So this is where it started. They batted around. Ziegler grounded out to start the inning. Bases loaded here. Bisons have already plated 4 runs here in the 7th. They lead at 9-0. Reddies have not even threatened offensively tonight. Pitch popped him up foul, and it's strike 1. Henderson only 2 hits. Disappointing performance for Henderson tonight. After rolling along and getting back up into the race, conference race, here's the 0-1. A chopper foul, it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Ziegler. Here's the 0-2. High, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 count. With 2 away, bases loaded. Here's Pretty's pitch. Swung on, a fly ball to left field, curving and foul, and out of play. And, well, count remain 1-2. The game was moving right along, is now slowed to a snail's pace. The 1-2 count from Pretty. There's the pitch. Breaking ball. Upstairs, and it's 2-2. 2-2. Two walks and 5 hits in the inning, and inning all started with a walk. Here's the 2-2, swung on foul, and count remains 2-2. Well, basically, just want to get this one over with. Get this one over with and go regroup, because it doesn't look like the Reddies are going to do anything against Jenny Parr, the top pitcher in the conference, as they only managed 2 hits off of him. The offense has been anemic tonight. Good pitching will do that to you, though. Here's a 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Oklahoma Baptist here in the 7th. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. Move to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, Oklahoma Baptist 9, Henderson State 0. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more Ready Baseball on Henderson State Sports Network. Bottom of the 7th inning. Oklahoma Baptist in total control of this one. 9 runs on 9 hits, no errors. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Reddies. New catcher for the Bison is freshman Austin Whitaker. He steps in. And due up for the Reddies is Cruzel, Hawkins, and Lessenberry. And barring a minor miracle, the Reddies will have their 8-game winning streak end tonight. We'll have to regroup and come back tomorrow. Let's play a doubleheader tomorrow. And Parr is probably going to try to go the whole way. They only have 8 pitchers on this staff. Last week they only used 4. We got a relief pitcher that came in the other games. So they don't use many pitchers. A 1-0 count. Here's the pitch to Cruzel. In for a strike, and it's 1-1. Interesting to see how things change at Oklahoma Baptist and moving towards joining the NCAA and being full-fledged members. It's pitched 1 and 2. Rules are different from the NAIA to the NCAA ranks. Not sure on some of the scholarships and so forth, but they do have a beautiful campus. Here's the 1-2 high. It's 2 and 2. About 30 miles from Oklahoma City. So a nice recruiting base. If you look at their roster, a lot of people from California. Here's the 2-2. Reached out and got a piece of it. The count remains 2 and 2. Eight players on their 22-man roster from California, 1 from Hawaii. Here's the 2-2 pitch outside, and it's 3 and 2. Payoff pitch coming low, and he walked him. First walk issued by Parra tonight. Now brings up to Darius Hawkins for the Reddies. He's got one of the Henderson's hits. Hawk had an eventful week. Congratulations to him as he was inducted into the Alpha Epsilon Lambda Graduate School Honor Society yesterday. Nominated by the Health, Physical Education, and Recreation Department Chair Lynn Stanley. His first pitch is high for a ball. It honors academic success and community service in the Arkadelphia community. Congratulations to Darius Hawkins. Also inducted was our own Hunter Lively. So congratulations to H. Lively for his honor, as this pitch is laced foul down the right field side. So 1-1 count. Like we said, Hawkins is in graduate school for the 5th-year senior in sports management, sports administration. Here's the 1-1 to Hawk. High fly ball, and it'll go to center field, and it'll be 1 away. That's not what you want to do with the speed of a Darius Hawkins. Reddies pop up too much. Too many pop-ups in this one. Hayden Lessenberry will step to the plate. Like I said, the Reddy offense has just not been there tonight. Pitch outside for ball 1. Parra had retired 15 straight batters until issuing the walk to Cruzel. Cruz was only the 3rd base runner of the night for the Reddies. Pitch in for a strike, 1-1. Big thing is to get something positive here in this final 3 innings to go into tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside, and it's 2-1. Two-one count to less. There's a base hit to right center field. Kruse will try to go to third. There'll be a play at third. No. Runners will stay on the corners with one away on the single by Lessenberry. Well, let's see if Jake Run can get the Reddies on the board tonight. The third hit of the game. Lessenberry with the single. And Gall's already had a single tonight. 1 for 2. Runners on the corners with one away. Gall hitting .311 on the season. Pitch to him. It swung on and missed for strike one. It's an 0-1 count. Pitch fouled out of play. 0-2. So Gall in the hole with runners on the corners and one away. Barr looks for his sign from his catcher. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball high, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch. He check swing, held up. And it's 2-2. Two-two count. Gall trying to put the Reddies on the board. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. You're down 9 runs. You cannot take a pitch like that. Brings up Jared Gage. Oh for 2 tonight. Strikeout. Flew out to center field. Pitch. Little grounder. Parra will get it and run over and touch first himself. And that'll do it for the Reddies. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 runners stranded. We move to the 8th inning. 9-0, Oklahoma Baptist will take a timeout, come back with more Henderson State Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. Back here in the 8th inning, several changes for the Reddies as Logan DeRozier will now pitch. Tanner Sparks will go to catch for the Reddies. Joseph Geary will move out to right field, and Alex Morgan will come in and play at second base. And it looks like DeRozier, who steps to the mound for the Reddies. His 8th appearance of the year, has a 6.00 ERA, 9 innings of work. He's walked 10 and struck out 9. And he'll face Ezeal to start things off. As he is 0 for 1 with a run scored, he struck out and walked twice. Logan DeRozier on the pitch for the Reddies. First pitch, breaking ball in for a strike. Here's the 0-1. And a slow grounder right into the hole at short. The Reddies had to shift on, and Ezeal went right in the hole where Cruzel would regularly be playing. That'll bring up Cook. Cook will step in after the single. The 10th hit by the Bison tonight. Cook 2 for 4, so he has 2 of the hits. Scored both times he's singled. So DeRozier will pitch from the stretch. On the pitch, outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0. High, and it's 2-0. It's a 2-0 count. To Cook. Pitch, breaking ball, got it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Been an uneventful evening for the Reddies. Here comes the 2-1. Another breaking ball high, and it's 3-1. And now there'll be more action in the Reddy bullpen. Looks like Josh Henderson's going down to the mound to warm up. One outside, and he's walking. That'll bring up Hunter Heath. Nobody out here, and runners on first and second. You get the opportunity to pitch, you get an opportunity to play, you get to come in and produce. And walks do not help you. Not help your cause at all. So Heath, with runners on first and second and nobody out. Pitch high, and that's 1-0. It's a 1-0 count to Hunter Heath. Time is called. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball. High, and it's 2-1. Runners in first and second, nobody out here as we play in the 8th inning. The 2-1. Hit him. Bases are loaded. With nobody out. So the Bison has their top hitter up in Cuddy. So a single will walk and a hit batter, and we got the bases loaded. The pitch inside for ball 1. Doubleheader tomorrow starts at 1 o'clock here at Clyde-Berry Field. Pitch is high, and that's ball 1, or ball 2. Two-0 count. Pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Deep fly ball foul out of play. It's 2-2. It's a 2-2 count. And the pitch. Swung on, just got a piece of it, fouled it back. Count remains 2-2. Base is loaded, 2-2 count, nobody out here in the 8th for Oklahoma Baptist. Pitch, and that'll be a shot to the right field. Joseph Gary makes the catch and gets it in, and there's one away. Brings up Joyce. Ryan Joyce, the center fielder for the Bison, one away. Two for four now. Here's the pitch. High for ball 1. Joyce singled, lined out the third, grounded out to short, and then singled in the 7th. RBI both times up. He's got a chance for another one. Next pitch outside is 2-0. 2-0 count. The pitch, breaking ball, and it's a rope of foul, and it's 2-1. Hit it on the nose, but foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 count. Rozier has the sign. He'll fire. And a little chopper to Krusel. The second. Got him at second, but a run will score. So it's 10-0. So Oklahoma Baptist got their 10th run. And if they hold the Reddies, and now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Oklahoma Baptist for Gonzalez as Cooper will come in. Austin Cooper comes in to pinch hit for OBU with 2 away and runners on the corners. And DeRozier still on the mound. First pitch in for strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. It's 0-2 count. And the pitch just a bit outside, and it's now 1-2. The 1-2. Breaking ball, ground ball to Morgan at second. Up with it over to first, and that'll do it. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 runners stranded. We move to the bottom of the 8th. 10-0. Oklahoma Baptist leads it. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more Ready Baseball on Henderson State Sports Network. New pitcher for Oklahoma Baptist and Brad Adams. 1-1 on the season, 29.2 innings of work. Giving up 24 hits, 9 earned runs, 26 strikeouts, and 9 walks. Going to do the mop-up work here and try to finish this one. As the Reddies need at least one run to keep playing. McGuire will lead things off, followed by Gary, and then Mayall. 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Oklahoma Baptist, 0-3 and 0 for the Reddies. Henderson State has not been able to do anything offensively against this Bison pitching. Pitch low to McGuire. One o'clock start tomorrow, doubleheader. Finish this 3-game series. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1. One count. Here's the pitch. Low, and it's 2-1. Two-one delivery. Shot to left field. Will it stay fair? It does, and it'll be a book roll double. McGuire was hitting .522 with nobody on base coming into that at-bat. McGuire leads off with the double. 4th hit of the game for the Reddies. That brings up Joseph Gary, who has yet to get the ball out of the infield. Struck out looking and popped up in the infield. Come on, Joseph, let's rope one here. Let's get a base hit. Get you on track. Pitch in for a strike. One count, Joseph Gary. Runner at second is McGuire. Pitch. Check swing. He held up, and it's 1-1. Mayall on deck for the Reddies. Pitch high, and it's 2-1. One pitch, swung on, and that'll line drive, caught by the center fielder, and McGuire will have to go back to second. Hit it on the screws, but right at the center fielder for Oklahoma Baptist. And now Hunter Mayall steps to the plate. So Hunter Mayall steps in for the 4th time tonight, looking for his first hit. And he fouls this one out of play. Adams looking. Got his sign. Now he'll kick and deliver. Pitch upstairs, and it's 1-1. Jordan Taylor on deck for the Reddies. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's 2-1. One count to Hunter Mayall. And the pitch. Popped him up on the infield. Third baseman going over in front of the Reddy dugout, but it's going to go foul and out of play. 2-2. It's 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Second shortstop, 2 away. That brings up Jordan Taylor, Henderson's last chance to keep this one going. Taylor's 0 for 3 tonight. Leadoff double by McGuire, and that's been it. Pitch low for ball 1. Cruz on deck if Taylor should reach. One 0 outside. It's 2-0. Count to Jordan Taylor. Runner on second and 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. Fouled out of play. The Reddies need a run to keep this one going. Disappointing evening for Henderson. Not a lot of offense as Reddies ran into a great Bison pitcher. They're going to have to do something tomorrow. Here's a shot right back up the middle. Over to the shortstop, back to first, and that'll do it. Great play by the shortstop, Cook, and that'll do it for this one. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Your final score in game 1 of the series in a 10-run rule, Oklahoma Baptist 10, Henderson State 0. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock doubleheader right here at Clyde Berry Field. Hope you can join us. You've been listening to Henderson State Baseball on the Henderson State Sports Network. I'm Troy Mitchell saying good night from Arkadelphia, Arkansas.